You're all gathered here because you've come to your annual fellowship, convention, all the other names you have. People of a particular organization gathered together to conduct their business. And as the first thing I want you to understand today, you have come together wearing the same uniform, having the same purpose, doing the same work, is that you are part of a gang. I know it's not a word you use to describe yourselves. You say we are members of the Brotherhood. The members of the Brotherhood are members of a gang called the Brotherhood. You see, because Jesus called a gang of disciples, not necessarily a brotherhood of disciples, but a gang of disciples. And he is, or if you want to say was, their gang leader. And he is your gang leader. So the first thing you're going to do when you leave here and you go to your respective places is to say to all those whom you come into contact with, I have joined a gang. And they'll be shocked, mortified, appalled that at our stage and age, we have chosen to form a gang, join a gang. And when they ask you, what gang is that? Oh, Jesus' gang of disciples. But we don't call ourselves the Bloods or the Crips and those other gangs that you know. We call ourselves the Brotherhood of St. Andrew. Our mission, though the character of our mission will be different from a street gang, it's basically the same. What does a gang do? A gang comes together to turn their community, to turn the world upside down. They have a purpose. They are aggressive. They want to take over, take charge of, control, manipulate, terrorize, and everything that keeps the community on its feet. When people know there's a gang, they become very uncomfortable. They worry about it. They're focused on it. They're afraid to go out. It affects them so negatively, so powerfully. However, that's the same way this gang, from now on, in addition to what you have been doing, will affect your community. Not aggressively in the negative sense, not powerfully in the negative sense, but in the Christ-like sense. And how do you do that? How do we do that? It's simple. By becoming what we call ourselves attractive men. Do you, gentlemen, consider yourselves attractive? Why are you afraid to answer? Okay, you're probably thinking of attractiveness in the erotic sense. Because attractive, the definition is the appeal that someone has over you because of their features or quality. Now, if you're thinking of features, then it's the wrong idea you have of attractiveness. I'm not asking you to do that. Because that ends up becoming what we call erotomania. Erotomania, that delusion that everybody who looks at you is in love with you. That's not what you want. You want to become attractive by your qualities as Jesus was attractive by his qualities. None of us here knows what Jesus looks like physically. So none of us is attracted or has been attracted by his features. We are attracted by his qualities. That mystery that we cannot point out. That's what it is. When people look at you as brotherhood members, as members of the gang of Jesus Christ, the gang of the brotherhood, they must find you mysteriously attractive by your qualities. Forget about what you look like. Who cares? Your qualities must be peaceful. You have a peaceful personality, temperament, a gentle personality, a forgiving, understanding nature, a kind personality. You must stand out from the others around you. In that sense, you become attractive to the people around you. There is something about you that people cannot explain. And they will be attracted to that mystery. They will keep looking at you, watching you, studying you, learning from you, admiring you, and emulating you. Because that thing about you, that je ne sais quoi about you, they can't put their fingers on. When you come to that stage of life, when we come to that stage of life, when we become attractive to others by our qualities, it means that we are embracing more and more the qualities of Christ. And so as members of Christ's gang, which we call the Brotherhood, we are going to spend time, when you have your next meeting, evaluating your purpose, your mission, and the qualities that you have so far shown to the people around you, whom you serve. I know some of you come from different, you do come from different parishes. How many of your parishes have young people? More young boys or more young girls? More young girls. Therefore, if I say to you, are you being attracted by your quality to the young men in your church, in your community, the families whose their parents come and their sisters come, but we're the young men? So that's one of your questions to evaluate yourselves. I have to do the same thing. We have the same thing here. I'm not asking you that because we have tons of young men. We have the same thing here. We have more women than men. Right? And we say, okay, there's nobody for us to attract by our qualities. There's nobody for us to lead, to teach. Nobody that we would like to emulate us because they're not around. So the secular gang members, what do they do when they are not growing in number? They recruit. Key word. So the second aspect on your agenda in terms of your evaluation, when you meet again, is how do we recruit new members? And sometimes in our attempt to recruit, we narrow ourselves to the pews. Because generally, and I could be way off wrong, generally Episcopalians do not go out to fish. We sit and wait for the fish to come in and then we try to grab them. See? So, Jesus didn't do that. And that's not what he sent his disciples to do. He didn't send his gang members to sit down there and let the people come to them. He said, go and fish for people. You have to go out. So, if the young men are not coming in, so that they can emulate you, because there's a shortage of decent, good gentlemen like yourselves. And if they don't see them outside, the last place they might want to come in is into a church. You walk by this church for most of the months of the year. It's not inviting. Why isn't it inviting? The windows are closed unless it's hot. I open the windows just now. It's hot. It's not going to be closed. If the place wasn't hot, you'd have closed the door. But we are in here talking about recruitment and the door is closed. Who knows we're here? Who would walk off the street and just come into a church and the door is closed? It's not inviting. So we have to open the church doors, not just of the physical building, but the church doors of our heart, because we are the church. And we have to be able to bring, if you can't get the young men to come in, go and find them wherever they are. And even if you touch one soul, and that young man says to you, I want to be just like you later on, when I get older. You've made your mark. You've fished. You've caught a fish. Can you now say that you have caught a fish for the last year? How many of you have caught a fish for the last? No, I'm not talking about the fish in the water. I'm talking about the fish. I know a lot of you go fishing. That's right. We have two men, gentlemen, maybe over three. Where are your fishing rods, gentlemen? As a gang member, you have to have a fishing rod. How many of you here know how to fish? Now we're going back to the water. How many of you know how to fish? Okay. Well, when you go over there for your meeting, I want you to find some time to share with the gentlemen who don't know how to fish. What you do to be able to catch a fish is a technique. Right? The last time I fished, I was about 12, and I made my own fish hook, and I caught a crab. My sons grew up in my house. I never took them fishing because I was too embarrassed that I'd throw a line and fall over. So I never took them fishing. But that's not the fishing we're doing now. We're fishing for people. And I'm going to say to you also, since the young women in our community are equally starving for excellent role models, father figures, don't narrow your fishing to the young boys. You have to find the young girls as well. You have to be great fishermen. We have to be great fishermen. The brotherhood is not to be known as a group that takes... Somebody asked me the other day about the brotherhood. A new member came in here, and I think it was when the brotherhood was advertising for their trip to Sight and Sound. And they didn't know who the brotherhood, they never heard the term brotherhood. So I told them what the brotherhood was. And then somebody said, it's the same group, the brotherhood, that arranges the trips to Sight and Sound. So in other words, all they know the brotherhood is that they're the people who arrange the trips to the Sight and Sound. How many of you keep services in your church? You go to your ministry, so we want to keep a service. We want to do something, an office, something so that we can try to recruit, bring in. We invite some young people, bring them in and do something. How many? 2? Okay. So this is your extra homework now. You have a lot of homework. I always give homework to the congregation on Sundays, so I'm giving you the same homework. When we go back to your respective parishes, I want you to sit with your clergyman and clergywoman and say, listen, we want to have a special brotherhood service twice a year, 3 times a year. How many times a year? For the sake of recruitment. We have to do something to make ourselves more visible as members of a gang. When gang members get together, they get together to act. When Jesus called his disciples, he didn't call them to passivity, he called them to activity. It's all well and good that people meet. We meet regularly, we have meetings, we discuss, we have a big agenda, nice plans, we talk in detail. Men and women come to the table and they bring out creative thoughts and impressive things that we can do in a lot of the ministries of the church. But alas, it begins there and it ends there. You must not be numbered among those who begin things at your meetings and they end there. A year after, nothing has happened. A year after, nobody has brought in a fish. Your homework, your final homework is, this is now April. By June, before you go on your vacation, I want you, all of you, and your respective parishes, to bring in a fish and present that fish to your clergy person. Can you do that?
Yes.
No. They're all men in here. I expect to hear a bellow.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Good. Well, I don't know who your ministers are, but I would trust that by the end of June, every person here shall have fished, shall have caught a fish. A male fish or a female fish. The world is evolving, and now there's need for you to go out and fish and bring in whatever you catch. Male or female, they all have the same need. Teaching a female the Bible, because when you make your vows every year, talk about bringing young men and young boys, you need to cross that out now and put young people. You need to cross it out. Young people. And do what Christ has called you to do. So, happy fishing. Go out and tell the world you have joined the gang. Shock them. And that is your opportunity to let them know who is your gang leader, what your gang is going to do, how are you going to do it. You want to recruit members that will double the size of your present number. And when you do that, remember, Christ